following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad.
Good.
In fact, you guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother. That's so cool.
Right, yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, get an idea where the fish might be biting.
Yeah.
But as far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Don't make assumptions. Be yourself around others. The biggest assumption that humans make is that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. We're afraid to be ourselves around others because we think others will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, blame us, as we do ourselves. Be yourself, folks. It's a beautiful thing. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. Dow Industrial's up 138, NASDAQ up 51, S&P's up 17, gold contract down $9.10, trading at $12.06 an ounce. Silver down 12 cents at $17.06 an ounce. Platinum up 13 bucks at $9.96 an ounce. Copper up 6 pennies at $2.70 a pound. Light sweet crude up 39 cents, trading at $53.14 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note down 18 ticks, 124.08. 30-year bond off a 1.5 at 150.21. King dollar up 210 ticks, trading at 100.340. The euro is at 107, and the yen is at 113.88. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You're up $1.83. You've done 60 million shares. Yesterday we did 75 on the way down, which is light volume. Bottom line, this wants to go after the high. We're at 228 right now. 228.34 is the high. And there's no reason that I can't tag it before we get into this close. We'll see whether it has the juice into the close. Bottom line, looks like it's going to have that juice. Dow Industrials. What do we have with the Dow Industrials? Dow Industrials up $1.38. You are at 19,938, and that's set up also to go after that high, which is the 19,999.63. So we'll see whether it can get up to that 20,000 level. The NASDAQ Composite. We take a look at the Composite. Composite right now is trading up 52 bucks. You're over the highs. You're at 56.05, and this baby is up on light volume. We've done 1.3 billion. We'll end up doing maybe about 1.7, 1.8. If we look at the NDX 100, the 3Qs, for 3Qs are also up 99 cents. You're at 124.34, and it's anemic. But bottom line, you got a high. You're at 11 million shares. The last high at 22 million, which, by the way, is light volume also. So the stretch is out here in the NDX 100, and it's out here pretty incredibly. We'll see whether the NDX can hold into the close. The difference between the SPY and the NDX right now is pretty dramatic. You can see the difference, the volume characteristic. They both have the price going. The SPY does have volume behind the move. The NDX does not have volume behind the move. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract, excuse me, folks. Gold contract has 205,000 contracts. You are at 1206. And if we take a look at this, what you're going to see is this. So the gold contract pushing into the 1218 has some decent volume pushing into it. It looks like we're going to pull back somewhere. You get 1198. You can even have 1177. You know, bottom line is that it's been a one-way move here. We've moved from 1128 up to the 1217 area. You do have a confirmed ABC structure on the way up, which is pretty cool. So bottom line is that 1198 to 1177 is opened for retracement in that contract. And I'll show you why, because it has to do with the dollar index. Silver. Silver's trading at a price point of $17.06. You're down 12 cents. You got volume out here of, let's see what we got. We've done volume of 48,000 contracts. You know, you're going into 59. So silver also has been pushing into the swing, pushing in with volume. That being said, silver looks like it wants to pull back to 1690 to 1656. And right now you're at 1706. Notes. First, we took a look at the note market and then bonds. They both, folks, are pulling back with dramatically lighter volume. In fact, this is a nice little setup here. What you have is this. Your 10-year note, you're back 18 ticks. You've done volume out here of 1 million contracts. You know, yesterday we go up on 1.6 million contracts, and you're coming into 1.8 million. So bottom line is that this is just a retracement. It looks to me that bonds still want higher price, lower yield. We go over and we take a look at the 30-year, same type of setup in the 30-year. 30-year is down a point and 11 ticks. We are trading at 150.21. You've done volume out here today of 184,000. We went topside yesterday with 272,000. You're pulling back into 338,000. King dollar. What do you have with King dollar? King dollar, folks, was doing a one-way move down. You know, King dollar has come off the high of 103.575, got down to a price point of 99.885. Bottom line, you had the volume start dying the last couple of days. I expect you're going to get a counter trend bounce now. And the way that we'll know that it is a counter trend bounce is that as you bounce on light volume. I suspect this can bounce up to like the 101.240 area. That would be setting up another ABC structure on the way down. That's the way this market seems to be set up at this particular point. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. If we do go over and take a look at the volume inside the NYSE, what you're going to see, you're at 544, which isn't bad volume, by the way. We go to the diamonds, and you look at the diamonds. Diamonds, the ETF structure is 3.4 million. The last high was 7.4, so the diamonds need a lot more volume. The small caps, the IWM are up on 26 million shares. That's coming into 34. You know, so we'll see how these shake out as we come into the closeout here today. Percentage-wise, this is what we have. You have the Dow Industrials up 0.6%, the Nasdaq up 0.9, and the S&P up 0.7. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now up 132. You get the Nasdaq up 50. S&Ps are up 16. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Wednesday at 20 past the first hour. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, has a great show right here on TFNN. Broadcast every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You can get that right on your cell phone. You go to TFNN.com. You just hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Basil also has a great newsletter, The Opening Call, the way you can test drive it. Come over to our website at TFNN, go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. You can test drive The Opening Call 30 days absolutely free. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
Very well, thank you.
Cool, man. So, we
interesting.
we just might get it that you might get that 20,000 in your show tomorrow morning.
You know what? You know what's so fascinating about? Look at this chart on the left here. I'm showing the Dow when it spiked up to this peak right here on the 14th of December. It looked like it was just so easy. It's just going to take out 20,000. Will be there. It went to 19,966. It is now. So that was December. We are now a month later. And we've been right to the door. We've been to 19,999, I think, 0.64. Haven't broken it yet. I think when it does it, it's just going to do it when no one's looking. That's probably the fascinating thing. But most importantly, what I discussed before was that whole area of the 19,900s. That's the strong resistance. It really has, for me, it has nothing to do with 20,000. I think we will get to 20,000 at some point. The Dow will be trading there. But until that happens, the real issue is how does it deal with this whole 19,900s? So you're right. We will know probably by tomorrow or Thursday. This is the period where it should snap right through. However, I just wanted to show you something that's quite interesting here. If you look at this chart of the weekly, you'll see that every time the market has had, the Dow has had this really powerful move, and it's done that so many times, it then takes a whole bunch of weeks and pulls back quite sharply before it breaks to the new high. It did that back in October, November of last year. Of 15, I'm sorry, back into, remember we had that very sharp sell-off into January, and then it did it again when it made that high right there in the week of the 22nd of April at 18,167, pulled back to the 17,063 level, and then it did this. And look, each time the MACD went up and then just about hit that red line or crossed the red line, the
Okay.
slow-moving average. And look what happened with the slow stochastic. It went flat. I love when the stochastic's in the 90% area. Right now it's at 94%. But look how often when it runs out of steam because it hasn't been able to break to the upside, it's pulled back. So this is going to be the big test. This is the fourth time. Well, it's actually the fifth time if you go back in May of 2015. Will this be the move that does it in a shorter time span and just cannot wait and then break? And then it's got a lot of resistance right here at 20,130 to about 20,220. That'll be the next resistance area. So this is a very interesting period because you've got some of my bellwether stocks like GE is not acting very well at all. UTX has done okay. Triple M had news today and it pulled back sharply. And IBM is acting pretty well. So I've got a mixed set of indicators. So we have a small position short. We've had it for quite a while now in the Dow. I'm quite prepared to go long. I would like to get long, but I'd actually like to get long closer to the 19,500 or lower area. But I like the monthly chart, and that's the most important thing. The monthly is still acting very well. So for my subscribers, we've been long the gold of the GDX. That's the gold miners. Actually, that's very interesting because that's in leg D today.
Okay.
In the daily chart, leg B in the weekly chart, and it's done an exact. I have a. In the webinar series that I did, I showed left side, right side price time match, and we had a price time match to about the 24.34 level, and today we went to 24.25, and it's a few days early, but that was kind of the target. MACD is still good. Stochastic is holding at 85%. That's good. So I'm going to be watching this, and we've got a gold stock that's done very well. But you remember, I spoke to you and I said, this is also a period where we're going to be looking at a rotational correction. And so far, I've called it what I term a high-level consolidation. In other words, we've been in a fairly narrow trading range at the top of the range and yet rotating through the different sectors. And you remember I said to you that my impression was that with 17 million or more vehicles sold last year and it looks like this year could be a good year. So far, it looks like it could be a good year. That's the anticipation. I thought that O'Reilly Automotive Inc. and the auto parts sector could be hurt. And they could be hurt because the new cars, I spoke to you, I went to the show, the auto show here in Boston the other day.
Yes.
And just about every single car has a really good, a good warranty. These are not the cars of the 1970s, 80s, or 90s. This is just a different thing altogether. I think that's going to impact the auto parts. So we've been short Orly from just off the top. The top was at 286. We were short from just over 282. And yesterday it got smashed because there's this competition, they say, from Amazon. I think that'll be part of it. You know, when things don't go well, then everything just comes together at the same time. And this might be it, that now Amazon's in the field and really displacing the buyers for the older parts. So it hit 263 yesterday. So that's an over 23 point, almost about an 18% correction. And there's a pattern that it's like a head and shoulders type pattern that we've been looking at in the weekly chart. So I think selectively you can be short, but at the same time, we've got to be watching. The QQQ needed a new leg today up, and it got it. It's got this leg D. It's stopping right. Well, we haven't closed, but it's right at resistance. So Texas Instruments comes out with a report, and the semiconductors have been on fire. So I'm waiting to see, does the semiconductor index, which is at right now at 74.46, having just pierced the last high of 74.34, will Texas Instruments either blow the numbers away and tomorrow we see just a huge gap up in the SMHs, or do we see some kind of a pullback starting right here? Because the technicals haven't really confirmed that. You can see how weak the technicals are right here in the semiconductor index. Look how strong they were right there when it went to the peak E on the 28th of December. So this is a very important period. You know, the dollar's pull back. It's right at support. There's a chance it could have a little bit of a bounce. I'm going to be watching gold and the dollar action over the next few days because gold, you're the expert. You got the webinar coming up on Thursday night. So I just want to say that gold has had a fabulous move in the weekly chart. This weekly chart is it mustn't be like the previous leg A up that failed. This one, gold at 1206, really needs to hold the 1190 to I'd even give it a little bit lower to maybe 1182. That's really key support. And if it can hold that, then we might be looking at gold as people looking at this as an inflation, because the Fed wants inflation, and very often gold matches, or at least gold is really some kind of a harbinger of inflation for a lot of people.
That trend line you have there, what type of trend line is that?
Which one are we looking at? This one or that?
The 1199, 1191. I can see what you're looking at there.
Right there. That's a 9-period moving average at 1191.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
awesome,
and
man.
you can see the MACD in the gold needs to cross positive and stochastic.
Oh, interesting.
Good action so far.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Listen, folks, come over to our website at TFNN. Go to newsletters. Go to trading newsletters. You can test drive Basil's newsletter, the opening call. 30 days, absolutely free. Basil, we look forward to your show tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much, Tom. Have a great evening.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge Heard Daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 122. You get the Nasdaq up 49. S&Ps are up 16. And when Basil was just talking about Texas Instruments, so Texas Instruments, folks, is coming out with their earnings at 4:30 this afternoon. eBay is coming out at 4:15. Let's go to Dave in Boston. Hey, Dave, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Doing great, man. Yourself?
I'm doing good.
Cool.
Hey, I just wanted to see what you think of Great Panther for a re-entry. I got out of it, and just want to see if I can get back. It's going to have a little retracement.
Okay, let's take a look at it. You get Great Panther. This is a silver producer in Mexico. The low for the year is 44 cents. The high is $2.25. It's trading at $1.80. Okay, so let's take a look here.
This thing just seems to be hanging right here. It's hanging really tough at this.
It is,
level.
but I expect that, this has been a good run. It looks to me like this thing, not just this, that these equities want to pull back a bit. This is a little bit tougher kind of figuring this out, but 1 second. So on the weekly, 158. 158 would be the number. You're at 180. 158 would be the number. So watch, if we go over to the GDX, folks, and take a look at this. So the GDX, when you take a look at this, it's a nice little setup. It's gone from 1858, up to 24.25. What you have out here today, it's going to fail on price and volume. You're 23.67. It's still not closing below 23.35, though. That's interesting. Okay, 23.82. But it will close below yesterday's high. That sets up probably 22.84. It doesn't have to be a big retracement here, but it still looks to me that it's enough for us that you included me. That when you trade these golds, folks, okay. It's nice flipping around, moving out of them and just sitting there waiting because, you don't need a lot of pennies to really make up some bread here. So,
no, exactly. Then were we looking like under 2 million for volume?
Let's go back, GPL. So, you got 1.2 right now. Yeah, you'd want it under 1.6 on a retracement. Yeah.
Okay.
And I did, that's how it trade. It might be, 158 looks to me like it's going to be the number here. And we'll see. It's been stubborn all day, meaning what you had, folks, is that this morning, you had ABX throw a nice bid. It still has a good bid in the market. It's pulled back slightly. And this is what's really cool, but it has volume. So ABX is going to be back up at that high of 1835. Now, Newmont inside the GDX is the culprit today. Newmont got to 36.95 and it's at 36.02. That also, though, has volume. So to me, this is just the nice stretch on the way up. It's going to take a rest, going to come back, and wouldn't like it has to do with, the dollar just stretched all the way down. I suspect the dollar is going to do a B to C of an ABC structure on the way down. So.
Okay. All right, I'll keep my eye on it. Thank you, Tom.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one.
You too.
And in that context, folks, if you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see right on the very front of the website. Tomorrow night, let's see, is today Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday, right? No, today's Tuesday. I love it when I'm a day ahead of myself. That's even better. Okay, so check it out. So on Thursday, folks, right, I'm going to be doing a live webinar. It's from 6 to 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's free. It's going to be a lesson in trading the nugget and the dust. So if you trade any of the leveraged products, this will help you tremendously to understand what I always mean when I say they're compounding up, they get defensive on the way down, all of the above. What we're going to be talking about is this. We're going to be talking about the composition and the mechanics of the leveraged ETF market. How are they set up? What does that mean? We're going to be talking about the daily rebalancing. Then we're going to get into the compounding. The compounding is the most crucial part to understand because what are you compounding? So we're going to talk about a market that goes up 4 or 5 days in a row. That's a positive compound. We're going to talk about a market that goes down 4 or 5 days in a row. That's a negative compound. Then we're going to talk about a market that's flat but volatile. Because a market that's flat and volatile, doesn't matter whether you're a bull or a bear, you're going to lose money. The way that, because these are daily investment vehicles. Then we're going to get into the actual trading of the nugget and the dust. Specifically, what that means is that where's the dollar trading? Has it finished an ABC structure on the way up? Has it finished one down? And then we're going to get into the weighting structures of the dust and the nugget. Why the weighting? Because the weighting is crucial so that you can wrap your head around the aspect of, do you feel that your speculation is as a bull or a bear? That's what it really comes down to. And, as I just brought you through the ABX, that's the largest weighting structure out here. Newmont is the second largest weighting. We'll go through, the top 10. That's going to give you a good understanding of, number one, where these things want to go, and are they building cars for higher price or lower price? So you can check it out on the front page of TFNN. You can sign up. It's free to sign up. The webinar will be on your page for 1 full month. So it's Thursday, 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. We go over and we take a look at the market. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market. And thus far, we get a low volume market, folks. You get AK Steel is down 57 cents. And that's intriguing, too, because now here, this goes to show that you have steel companies that are definitely extended. And the reason I'm saying that is this, is that what Trump came out with today is that he wants to open up the Keystone and the Dakota Pipeline. And inside of that, opening that up, he specifically is saying that he wants steel used from the United States. So when you see that the steel company pulls back and on a fundamental basis, you know, there should be more business, that tells you that the run in steel is basically going to slow down. And, you know, if we look at U.S. Steel, the run was already there. $17 it was on the 2nd of November, and it's $33 right now. So that's always a heads up. When you get something that has had a nice run, you get a fundamental reason to be buying it, and guess what? It goes back the other way. We take a look at the, let me just get the rest of these inside the market where we're standing. Okay, so let's see. You got GE is down, no, it's up 24 cents. We got Marbell down 60. I believe Marbell's coming out with numbers after the close today. Let me just see this for a second. So Marbell, yeah, no, that's the 25th. That's tomorrow. So Marbell comes out tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, the 25th. After the close, eBay is coming out at 4:15. eBay's closing. eBay is trading down 37 cents, $29.90. So this is going to get intriguing. The reason being is that the last time that they did come out with numbers, that was October 19th. That was at 32.64. It gapped down to 28.75 the following day. So that was quite a run on the way down. Let me see this. Yeah, I mean this doesn't seem to have, this looks like nothing heavy, but 28.60 seems to be game in this. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 123. NASDAQ is up 50. S&Ps are up 15. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We got, let's see, the Dow is up 118, NASDAQ is up 49, S&Ps are up 14.5. Let's go to Brent in Martinez, California. Hey, Brent, what's going on?
I'm doing fantastic, Tom. How are you today?
Good, man. Thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. Appreciate it.
Oh, it's always great talking with you.
Thank you.
I was calling today, kind of as a whole group, seems to be doing well. The potash stocks.
Let's take a look at it. So,
like pod and CF, all those. But I bought that IPI this morning.
Okay.
At $1.80. It was just kind of laying there. I looked at it. It was kind of sitting there. Then I went and looked at some of the other ones. I saw they were making a nice move, so I bought that, and then now it's starting to move. But it was interesting. It was just kind of laying there for a while.
Let's take a look at it. Okay, so potash is trading at $20 and $20 even, up $1.11. The low for the year is 14. The high is 20. Well, you get some real action here. Look at this thing. Okay, so you're coming into 1932, monster volume, 14 million versus 7.2. So you take the top, 1988. So you get $2. That gives you 21.21. Let's see what's that 21.21. Oh, I see what's happening. This is pretty cool. Yeah, you get big action here, man. This is pretty cool. So this has been basing out. You can make the case it's been basing out since December of 2015, and it looks like it's going to launch this base. That's a good setup, man. So 1926, 14. You got, once you're into 2050, that can run to 2431, man.
That's good. Yeah, I've owned that one for a long time. That's something I've held for. I think I own it around in the 15s or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good setup. And so let's see. They come out with earnings this Thursday before the market open. So you're gonna get action. Now, what was pushing all these babies out here today?
I don't know, Tom. As I went around and looked at the group, they're all kind of moving. So there's something must have happened.
Yeah. So let's see. So if we go inside the commodity market, you had. It's not there. I mean, wheat's down, corn's down, but something's happening there. That's for sure. There's no doubt.
You've seen like some little signs of strength here and there. There's something going on. Maybe with Trump, who knows what it is, but there's something that's.
Someone's buying it. That's right.
Yeah, that's all I care.
Someone's buying it. No doubt about it, man. Totally.
Could you look at that IPI if you don't mind?
Absolutely.
We talked to you the other day about it. Seems like it's acting okay.
IPI, this is Intrepid Potash. This low is 65 cents. The high is 304. It's trading at 204. Okay, so this has, this is the wild one, right? Okay, so this equity, folks, had gone from $1.22 November 30th and to 304 December 9th, and then pulls back to 175. Yeah, you got action here. 207.
I think when you looked at it last time, it had, when it went up to that 304, it had broke a swing point when it did that. So you said that was at least decent that it did that. If you went back on
that's
that,
important. Yeah, no, that's right. That's the number right there. That's crucial. That when you have huge downdrafts for a long period of time, folks, when you're coming off the bottoms, you can get very fast, great counter-trend bounces off the bottoms. But if you don't break a swing point, I've seen them go to zero. This has broken the swing point, which is crucial. It's crucial. So bottom line, it should make its way back to that swing point, which is 304.
That's good. Yeah, I had some volume today, so that's encouraging.
It has action, no doubt, man.
All right, Tom, you take care. I always appreciate your help, and thanks for everything you do. I did have one quick question. Are you guys doing any kind of an upgrade on your the little mobile app for the phone? Because I haven't been able to. It hasn't been working the last 2 days.
What's going on is that the one of our servers, it blew a hard drive, and unfortunately, they've been building it out now for the last 2 days, and I'm hoping that we have that baby up, by tomorrow. We've been working on it for 2 days, literally. So
I didn't know if it was my phone. Or
no, I apologize, folks. It's on our side, and
not a problem.
We're building it right now, though. Appreciate it, man.
I just didn't listen to stuff in archives and then on the computer.
Well, what's going on, if you are listening, the Tiger TV is working. So if you go to the Tiger TV, even if you don't watch the TV, if you go to that portion of it, it's working, And,
okay, well, thanks for everything you do, Tom. You take care.
Okay, man.
Talk soon.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. Let's just go over to that Dow for a second. 19, let's see where we're at. That was a fast give back. We'll see. We're at 19,919. And yeah, it's not that bad. But, we'll see in the next 10 minutes if, in fact, it gives back a bit more. Because coming into the close, well, let's see what the moves are inside this Dow. So you get DuPont, IBM, Intel, American Express is the mover. So let's go over to DuPont. DuPont's up 343. You're trading 76.21. Whoa, that's quite a move. Holy cow. That is a move and a half. Now that move there, this actually looks like it's going to be an ABC up. Yeah. You got, let's see, 75.86. It's a big one. 67, I'm ballparking. It's almost $8, which would get you $80. Right now you're at 76.20. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is crazy. This has a, that's what it's doing out here today. Okay, so that being said, this also has a high volume spike, folks, at 75.72. Now that's going to be hard to get. At the end of this week, we got to see whether that can close at the 75.72. The reason being is that it won't get the volume. That's 16.6 million at that level. And in 2 days, we've only done 1.6 million. So that's a heads up in itself that you're coming up, you're testing a swing high, and thus far, the test on that swing high looks that it's going to be dramatically lighter. So the key is going to be, of course, do you hold that swing high at the end of the week? And we'll see how that does shake out. We go over to the XAU, the HUI. XAU right now is up 34 cents. It got to 93.24. You're at 91.60. And what's intriguing about that is that you're right at the highs from November 9th. So the XAU made it all the way back to the destruction, the last destruction inside the XAU, which was election. The Gold Bugs Index made it to 213. You're at 208. And the top of that range is 222. The bottom of that range is 207. And that, yeah, you can get a pullback, but the bottom line, that's still showing quite a bit of strength. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 118. Nasdaq's up 51. S&P's are up 14.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up 116. You get the NASDAQ up 50. S&Ps are up 14. And as we come into this close, let's go take a look and see what we have. You have 634 million on the NYSE. So that's going to bang out about probably 750, 800. On the NASDAQ Composite, we are at 1.584. That would be saying that you're going to build out, bang out about 1.75. So in both cases, that volumes are pretty anemic. No two ways about it. After the closeout here today, you're going to have eBay coming out with numbers. eBay's coming out at 415. eBay's trading at $30.02. That little baby looks to me like she had gapped down. The last earnings call looks like she wants to gap down again. Nothing heavy though. I can see like $28, and right now you're at $30. Texas Instruments, TXN, that no doubt is going to be the big one as to what a good old Texas Instruments going to do. Texas Instruments is up $1.53. You're at $77.26, and it has the volume behind the move. So, Texas Instruments on a short-term basis looks like it wants to not only go topside, but go topside in a big way. If I bring this back, no matter how far you bring this back, Texas Instruments looks like they are going to come out with some numbers that are going to be positive. And Texas Instruments comes out at 430. So what you will have happen, of course, is that you'll have different equities that are moving around at the 430 level. It's not as when equities come out, folks, at 4 o'clock, between 4 and 4:15, it affects the futures market. Okay, so once they come out after 4:15, that will not affect the market until, in fact, the futures open back up. That's the real bottom line. As you go over to our website at TFNN, don't forget, if you'd like to come to a great workshop I'm going to be doing on Thursday, it's going to be a lesson in trading the nugget and the dust. Those are the direction 300% bull and bear positions. The workshop is free. All we need is your name and your email. We do not sell any of those, so just if you want a good workshop, really understanding the leverage product, check it out right on the front page of TFNN. And if you can't make it live, folks, we will have this archived on your page for a full 30 days. We go take a look at the Google. Google is coming out with numbers after the close Thursday, and Google comes out ASAP. Now, Google's stretched itself in a huge way. Yesterday, it had some good juice behind the move. We went from 803 to 820. Now you're at 824.18. That is all-time highs in Google. And bottom line is that we'll see, number-wise, where they come out with. Intel is also going to be coming out with numbers after the close on Thursday. Now, where Texas Instrument goes after the close today, Intel will also go. Intel is up 85 cents today, trading at 37.62. That'll push some juice into the whole semiconductors. That's the way that it looks like it's going to be shaken out here. If we go take a look at the SPY, as when we started the program, the SPY actually had some decent volume. Volume has died in the SPY, though. This is going to be interesting watching this shake out. We've only done 76 million. When we get on the air, I believe it was about 72 million. So 4 million coming into that close is not a big deal. And the 76 million is going against the 142 million. We go take a look at the Qs. The Qs have had anemic volume all day long. Still have anemic volume, but they're holding price. 15 million shares. You're getting over the last high that had 22 million. But guess what? It's holding price. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with a bunch of numbers for you. After the close, Dow right now up 121. NASDAQ is up 50. S&Ps are up 14. We're going to be right back, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. Well, you're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We're here 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Serve the one you love. Once you decide to be a couple, you're there to serve the one you love, to serve your love to your lover. And every kiss and every touch, you feel you're there to please the one you love without expecting anything back. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 112, NASDAQ up 48, S&P's up 12, gold contract down $6.70, trading at $12.0890 an ounce. Silver down 7 cents at $17.11 an ounce. Platinum up $13 at $9.96 an ounce. Copper up 6 pennies at $2.70 a pound. Light sweet crude up 32 cents, trading at $53.07 a barrel. Notes, the 10-year note down 15 ticks, 124.10. 30-year bond down 1 full point, 4 ticks, 150.28. Now, notes and bonds, folks, yesterday, they go topside. They have wide price spread, big volume. Pull back today with what? Light volume. Notes and bonds still want higher price. King dollar up 155 ticks. They're trading at 100.285. King dollar been on a downtrend for a couple of weeks. Had light volume yesterday, light volume today. It rejected lower price today. You can expect a counter trend bounce. More than likely, we're going to set up a B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. Once King dollar got under the 100.600 area, bottom line, it's a failure. After testing its highs 3 separate times, bottom line, it failed. I do expect what you're going to see now is going to try to make a run over that level again. If it's on light volume, that's just a B to a C of a much larger ABC structure on the way down. The euro is trading at 107. The yen is trading at 113.79. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? What we have, folks, is that you got a SPY that is up $1.45. We did 83 million shares. You're at 227.60. The high, December 13th, is 228.34. The low of that high is 227. That's saying that high is going to get tagged. Now, that high had 110 million. We did 83. I expect you're going to see that try to get tagged more than likely tomorrow. Dow Industrials, that elusive 20,000 number is still out here. We went up $112 today. The last closest that we got to it was on January 6th. That was the 19,999.63. And there's no reason you can't whack that tomorrow. What we did do is that you went forward, and you went forward with 865 million, which is not big volume, but it's not bad either. What will help the Dow Industrials, and we'll know by 4:30, right when we're on the air, is that Texas Instruments is going to be coming out with numbers at 4:30. Texas Instruments is at 77.08. And bottom line is that had some decent juice into it today. And it's not that the aspect of good old Texas Instruments, can do a huge amount to the Dow Industrials, okay? Because, in fact, it's not in the Dow. But what it will do is it will put more juice into IBM and a few of those other large cap stocks. We go over and we take a look at the NASDAQ composite, the NDX 100. So inside the NDX 100, what you have is this. It got a bit higher. We're up 83 cents. You're at $124.18. You did 16 million shares. So the stretch is pretty dramatic, meaning that your first high that when you took out the consolidation was on January 6th. You went to $122 from 120. You did 24 million shares, which by itself is light volume. Then you got to a higher high with 16 million shares. Then you got to a higher high with 22 million. Now you get 16 million. Bottom line is it's a stretch in an incredible way. And we will see at 415, because at 415, what you are going to have is you're going to have eBay come out with numbers. Now, what will happen is that the futures close at 415. Bottom line, though, I expect we're going to see some volatility out here. The reason being is that eBay doesn't look to me like it wants to go to higher price. Not dramatically lower, but we're at $29.99. It looks like 28 is game on eBay. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold contract out here today traded to a price point of $12.20. You're $12.09. You did 210,000 contracts, which is good contract volume. It looks to me like gold's going to more than likely pull back somewhere into the 1198 to 1177 area. You know, gold has been on a one-way streak. You go back and we take a look at gold December 23rd, you were at 1129. Bottom line is you went up $100. It's normal to pull back into the strength. And so that strength, 1198 to 1177. Silver, same type of setup as gold. Silver right now is trading at a price point of $17.12. That move there, we had started at $15. You went to $17.31. If you do take a look at it, we did 50,000 contracts out here. And what you have is that this can pull back into the like 1690 to 1650. The equities themselves, what you had out here today is that they were pushing highs with volume. So even on a retracement, those babies are going to be right back topside. Bonds. We go take a look at the notes first, and this is pretty cool, folks. Okay, so yesterday you go topside, big volume. Today you go downtown, price destruction, no volume. What does that set up? That sets up higher price. You know, we went higher yesterday on the 10-year, 1.68 million contracts. You pull down today with 1 million contracts, and you're pulling into 1.8 million. 30-year bond, same type of setup in the 30-year. What you have with the 30-year pull back today with 198,000 contracts. That little baby was pulling back into 278,000. Bottom line wants higher price. King dollar. What do we have with King dollar? King dollar is what it's all about, folks. King dollar is moving the markets out here big time, too, which is pretty cool. So, King dollar, you know, we go back, we look at this. January 3rd, King dollar is at 103.815. Today, we're at 99.885. Bottom line, rejected lower price, had light volume, only did 29,000 contracts. That sets up nice counter trend bounce. This counter trend bounce can get you back up to 101.295. And we'll see what kind of volume. You go up there on light volume, that's a monster ABC structure. And it looks to me like good old King dollar wants to go to the 95 area. That's where we started out from in November, and I suspect we're going to get there pretty quick. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers for you. We'll be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades remains open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow finished up 112, the Nasdaq up 48, S&P's up 12, and that eBay, folks. eBay doesn't come out till tomorrow night at 4:15. Sorry about that. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, as we do each and every Tuesday, and at 20 past the second hour. Now, don't forget, Andy has an outstanding show right here at TFNN every Tuesday, Thursday, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. You can get this right on your cell phone. On your cell phone, folks, just go to TFNN.com in the browser. Hit Tiger TV. You're going to get some great HD quality video as well as audio. Andy's also got a great newsletter. It's called the Technomento Commodity Report. You can test drive that right here, right now. You go to TFNN, you go to newsletters, you go to trading newsletters. You can test drive it 30 days absolutely free. And Andy's got a special show coming on tonight. And it's all about helicopters. Andy Hecht, what's going on?
How you doing, Tom?
Good, man.
Oh, good. Helicopters. Yeah. Actually, I decided to do, and actually Dave White actually suggested it a couple of weeks ago, but since this movie Gold is coming out on the 27th, which I believe is Friday.
Yes.
I decided to do a show tonight, the whole hour, on the Bre-X scandal.
Right.
Because there are many lessons in that scandal that we all need to always keep our mind on. But I'm going to go through what happened there and give some kind of personal insight, because I was running a major gold bullion trading desk, financing desk, a hedging desk in the market during the time of the scandal. And as a little prelude, I have a quarterly chart up here of the price of gold.
Okay.
And, if we go back, Bre-X was founded in 1989.
Yeah.
And it blew up in 1997.
Right.
And, the stock went from 30 cents to $286 and then to zero. But for all that time, the price of gold really hovered between $300 and $400. And despite the massive gold find that the company had told the market, it had, the price of gold actually didn't really go down during the time of the whole hoopla. But after the problem,
yes,
and after the stock went to zero, the price of gold actually went down below 300, which I found very interesting, because there was a lot of companies like mine involved in financing and hedging all of that gold that was supposed to be in the ground that turned out not to be there.
Right.
So I want to talk a lot about that during the hour.
The companies themselves, though, got killed. Meaning, what happens, folks? What happened is that it's amazing. So, gold companies really weren't in the news before that, folks. And every day, Bre-X was in the news every day almost. So it was like, my God.
Yes. But but the point, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And by the way, it put a scarlet letter on the gold mining industry for years.
Right.
You know, people were afraid to touch that industry.
Right.
But the interesting thing was that with that massive amount of new find of gold, 30, 40, 50, there were reports of 100 million ounces in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Price of gold didn't go down.
Right.
But after it disappeared and there was no gold there, the price of gold did go down.
Yep.
So it kind of antithetical, it's really against what conventional wisdom would dictate from a supply and demand or a prospective supply and demand situation. But I think it'll be an interesting show, and I hope everyone will.
I think it's going to be great.
Us.
I can't wait. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we'll just go through it, and I have an article out from Seeking Alpha. I'll go through a lot of the things in the article, but I'm going to add a lot of extra things. What
did Rob Freelander have to do with it?
Well, Rob Freelander actually saved me from getting involved with Bre-X.
Okay.
And I'll tell that story during the show.
Cool.
He was not directly involved.
Okay.
But a meeting that I had with him turned me off to all of the gold mining companies. And the junior explorers.
Freelander, folks, is from Boston. He's from Hingham. I raced against him in 210s for like 5 years.
He's a very interesting guy.
Oh, he's a great sailor too, man.
He's a great sailor.
Yeah.
He's got a very interesting past, a very checkered past.
Well, I never even. This is so. So this is you talk about a small world, folks. Okay, I raced against him as a kid. We're all 12 to 19 years old. Yeah, and then I never saw him again until 14 years ago. And I was when I first got the gold report, I was at a conference, man, and he's walking down the aisle. I say, hey, Rob. It was like crazy.
That's funny.
I know.
It's very interesting. When I met with him, he told me that he was in Vancouver, and he actually told me he left the United States as a draft.
Yeah, he did.
Right. Dodger. Yeah.
Right.
But when Walter Isaacson's book about Steve Jobs came out, the real reason he left the United States was written in the book.
And what was he dealing drugs? What was he doing?
He was convicted of having thousands and thousands of LSD tablets
I didn't know
college.
That, but that's right. Yeah, okay.
He left the United States, so he's a very interesting guy, very successful.
He's a monster, right?
He's a billionaire, no question about it. But I'll tell the story during the show. I don't want to kind of
cool. I can't wait. I can't wait.
But it really kind of turned me off, and it saved me from getting involved.
Wow.
And with Bre-X and with even it saved me from even buying the shares when they were going up. And believe me, I was kicking myself while that stock was going up.
Yeah.
But I was not kicking myself afterwards. That's for sure.
I can't wait to hear it because I wasn't in the equity market then, but I just remember every day reading in the paper saying, "What is this stock, man?"
Oh yeah. It was wild. Anyway, so tune in, 5 to 6, and we'll go through that whole Bre-X thing. I want to talk a little bit because I won't get a chance on the show about some of the markets today.
Okay.
Crude oil, OPEC's making good on the production cuts here, and it's holding very, very well here. And I've been saying that for a while, that I really believe that gold has a nice floor here at 50, and it's holding technically well. I like what's going on in the Brent WTI spread. I'll put that chart up for you for a minute, and you'll see that Brent is doing nicely. It's gaining. It continues to gain on the West Texas Intermediate, which is a sign that they're making good. And that's an important fundamental sign. Now, rig counts went up 29 rigs last week. We are putting out more oil in the U.S., but the Saudis have a vested interest in keeping the price of oil above $50 if they want to do an IPO. They can't just put it up there the week before the IPO and then let it fall again. They have to show that it's stable at that price.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be, that's going to bode well for crude oil here. We saw a little bit of a mellowing in the action in products. We've had products come off because of some big inventory builds in gasoline, but we're in the off season for gasoline. But I think oil looks good here, and I think we could even make a run up to $55 to $58 a barrel. Now, turning to the precious metals here, today is really platinum and palladium day. We have platinum back up at 1,000 right now, just below there. But it traded up to 1,008 this morning, and palladium almost 800.
Stay right there.
Sir.
Angie, folks, you stay right there. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Andy and I are going to be coming right back. Dow Industrials finished up $112. NASDAQ up 48. S&P's up 12.5. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how EverBank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? EverBank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? EverBank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. EverBank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Daryl Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts, and keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, and we are talking commodities. Now, Andy's going to be coming up with a great show tonight, folks, as he does every Tuesday and Thursday, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. That show tonight is going to be on Briex.
Briex, not Brexit.
I know.
Briex.
You know, it's so cool. We're all getting hung up on that, aren't we? It's so wild, man. Yeah,
it's so funny. It's so funny. But this movie, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. Although it hasn't got the best reviews, because I still think it's going to be a fascinating. It's going to be kind of like a Wall Street meets the jungles of Indonesia, kind of like a Wall Street meets Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Now, is this going to be a movie like, well, all the theaters are an HBO movie, or what is it?
No, it's in the theaters with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
It's a big deal, and it comes out. That's why I wrote the article today. That's why I'm doing the show today, because, hey, you know, the bottom line is we got to, you know, it's a big ticket, big Hollywood extravaganza.
I love it.
Anyway, so platinum and palladium, you know, It's industrial. Look at copper today.
Yeah.
I mean, copper, FCX, Southern Peru copper, all looking pretty good here. And it looks like copper's going to make a run for this 275 high dating back to late November. And as you said, Tom, it's all about the dollar here to a certain extent. The dollar now, the pivot point on the dollar is this 10060, which was the big resistance for 20 months. It became the support after the run up, and now we're just trading either side of it, and we're getting very volatile. And I think that currency volatility is going to continue. But I'm seeing a lot of really positive signs from the industrial commodities. You got iron ore up over $80 a ton. You know, you have copper flirting here with recent highs, and these are, you know, significant highs. If copper gets back to $3 a pound, you know, that's a significant statement on the global economy. And if oil starts moving up to $55, $58 per barrel, hey, that'll be the highest price we've seen in quite some time. So, you know, there is some inflation seeping through, and the bottom line is it's all going to be very interesting. It's trading market, no question about it. The dollar, weather, all kinds of things. We've even seen the grains make a nice comeback over the last 2 weeks.
Well, those soybeans went to the moon, right?
Soybeans went to the moon. Now they're kind of consolidating about $10.60 a bushel. But, you know, those things last year at this time were $8.50. So that's a big move, you know, over that period of time. Natural gas is another crazy trading sardine, but that thing has, you know, it's kind of mellowed out around $3.30. You know, we're running out of winter weeks here. We're almost in February.
Isn't that crazy?
And we got about 6 weeks left. So we better see some very big withdrawals from the EIA to support a price of natural gas at $3.30. And those looking for $4, hey, you need an average of 200 plus a week in draws in order to sustain and maybe even go higher and fill this gap here on the charts. There's this ugly gap between basically 357 and 369.
Yeah, it looks like it's making its way down, what, to 276. I mean, it looks like it wants to make its way down the other side, right?
It absolutely does. But you know as well as I do, if it gets cold out and we have some big withdrawals, you know, this thing, the volatility in natural gas is like no other commodity. At this point, it looks like $3 to $3.30 is the consolidation zone. We break $3, could get ugly. We break, you know, above 340, 350, we could fill the gap. But $4 is looking, with each day that goes past, $4 handle looks less and less likely to me.
Yeah, right. No, I can see that. Right.
Just you know, we're running out of winter.
Sure.
Which is a good thing. I'm looking forward to that.
There's no doubt.
It's been cold.
So how cold is it getting in Vegas?
Well, it's been in the 30s at night. You know, maybe.
Yeah, it's really intriguing in the desert, huh?
We had a tremendous amount of snow and the higher elevations over the last weekend. Mount Charleston, which is maybe 25 minutes from where I live here, had 2 feet of snow the other day, and that was a follow-through of 2 feet of snow the day before.
Is that normal?
Not really. You know, I mean, there is snow up there, but there are these storms that are hitting the Sierra Mountains in California that are just, you know, just burying certain areas with snow. Good news for the ski areas.
And good news for you for water in the summer, right?
Absolutely.
In the spring.
Also, you know, those mountains that I drove you through?
Yes.
They're all snow-peaked now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They're all snow-peaked, so it's beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
And it's nice during the day when it's in the high 40s or low 50s, but at night it gets very cold. And 35 degrees here in Las Vegas, because it's a very dry cold,
freezing.
Is very, very cold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's very, very windy in the desert too. So that adds to it. So, you know, I'm looking forward. I'm not looking forward to 120, but I'm certainly looking forward to 90 to 100. That'll be a nice change. But, you know, natural gas running out of time.
Yep. I can see that. I can see that. What about the cattle market? We're at 118,
you know,
right?
I have another article out today on Seeking Alpha about cattle and about hogs, and those prices, as you could see on my chart here, have done beautifully. We've rallied from under $1 all the way up to $1.20. We're doing a little consolidating here. In hogs, it's even more amazing. That thing went from 40 cents to 65 cents. The bottom line is, it goes back to what I always say about grains and all these agricultural commodities. Each year's a new adventure, but the one constant is that each year there are more mouths to feed on planet Earth. And
it took off today, all those potash stocks.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Nitrogen, I guess the
Agrium, Mosaic, Potash, all of them, CF, all of them. And we're coming into the time of the year where the farmers are starting to think about what they're going to plant.
Yeah, so I can see the suppliers know that the grain prices are up. They'll be able to charge more for the nutrients.
They'll be able to charge a little bit more, but the problem is, that it's really Mother Nature that's going to be the ultimate dictator of the path of least resistance for prices here. We've had 4 straight years of nothing but bumper crops, and in soybeans we're 7% above the December 2015 stock levels. In corn, it's about 12% above. In wheat, it's about 19% above. These are record levels, particularly in wheat, but each year's a new adventure. And while technology has gotten better for storing, you can't store these things like you can store copper, gold, or anything like that. So, the world, all of these 7.35 billion people, they need to eat, and they're going to need to eat next year, and they are dependent upon another year of bumper crops. We don't get it, prices are going up.
Yeah, so we'll see. I can see the API reports are coming through right now, but I'm sure you'll have those at 5 o'clock. So
do you see what they say?
It looks like 2.3 or 2.7 million. 1 second.
Did it draw or
a plus? A plus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. We should be building inventory because rig counts are going up.
Yeah, right.
No question about it. No question about it. But you know what? They're going down in the Middle East, and OPEC is behaving for now. Hey, we're 24 days into this thing. I would imagine that they will behave for the next couple of months.
And folks, right here, another 20 minutes. I'm Mr. Andy Heck. It's going to be growling and prowling with you. It's going to be an amazing show if you want to understand this whole Brexit, no, Brexit deal. Brexit.
And get a little insight into it.
I like it. Thanks, Andy. Look forward to the show in 20 minutes. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. If we go over to Texas Instruments closed up $1.35 today, $77.08. That is trading right now at 76.90. Numbers go like this on Texas Instruments. The let's see. Start. Okay, so the revenue, put this down, fourth quarter revenue. Okay, so here we go. Okay, fourth quarter revenue, the estimate was $3.32 billion. They did $3.41 billion. Their earnings per share was $1.02. They see first quarter revenue, the estimate was $3.23 billion. They see from $3.17 billion to $3.43 billion. So bottom line is that, they definitely came in where they said they were going to come in and really hasn't done anything to the stock. ISRG, Intuitive Surgical, this closed at $666. That is trading right now at $675. This is always a psycho stock for sure. Let's see what they have to say. So their revenue was $757 million. The estimate was $5.98. They came in with $6.09. If we take a look at this chart, so this chart, they've been down from 720. Right now, you at the 688, and that's interesting. So that is where it popped last week, actually. Yeah, so this is going to try to test the highs of 2 weeks ago, which is the 688 area. We go look at Capital One. Capital One closed at $88.73. That is trading at $86.80. Numbers here go like this on Capital One. The revenue estimate was $6.63 billion. They did $6.6 billion. Their net margin interest is 6.85%. The earnings, the estimate was $1.62. They made $1.45. So bottom line, they didn't make their numbers, which is, for a credit card company, it's pretty intriguing. This is also an equity like the rest of the banks. This equity had run from $71.91 up to the $88 level, and now you're at, it's not the end of the world either. It's just, it was trading down here at about 5 days ago. We go take a look at Cree, C-R-E-E. They manufacture LED products. That closed at $27.41. That is trading at $28.85, so that's up $1.50. That is at 6-month highs. I'll pull this up a little. Let's see. Okay, so let's see what they have to say. Their net revenue is $347 million. That was second quarter net revenue. They're looking. The estimate there was 326. So they took in, estimate was 326, they take in 347. They see third quarter revenue, earnings per share, the estimate was 7 cents. They see that they're going to bring in 10 to 18 cents. So that's quite a hike up. Let me pull this back a bit. Yeah, this has been down for quite a while, actually. Yeah, this is the lower end. This equity's off some $76. So they're decent numbers, but it doesn't seem to be doing too much to the equity. Let's go take a FSM for one of the tigers in the den. This is a gold stock. This is Fortuna Silver Mines. They do business in Peru, Mexico, and Argentina. Let's see what they do here. Okay, so they're doing about $220 to $230 million gross a year. This baby came down on volume today, and I believe I saw you in there, Danny, saying they're going to do a secondary. So they're going to issue 10.3 million shares at $6.30. And when you get issued, folks, what you have to always look at, there's a couple of different things you have to look at and get real close looking at them. Okay, so this one here, they're going to raise $65 million through a bought deal via Raymond James, BMO Scotia, at a discount of 8.7% of the last close of $6.85. What you also want to look at, and I won't be able to pull this like quickly, you want to look at the extra allotment when they're doing secondaries, because what does happen is this, is that secondaries are great, you know, if they're going to use the cash and not take it out of the business. Because you can see, you take 10.3 million shares times $6.30, that goes in the treasury, okay? So bottom line is that if they're using that to produce more, no problem. That being said, you know, this came down with some volume, and we pull this back, 518. This looks to me, I mean, if you're looking to buy it, I would, I would wait for a test of the lows again. You know, so this came off a low of $5, gets up to $6.92, kind of like the rest of the equities. The difference is that when you're going into the rest of the gold and silver equities, what the difference is that when you're benchmarking these gold and silver equities, benchmark them off the 9th, 10th, and 11th of November, and you're going to see that this had 3.5 million shares, 2.9, 3, and then we went up there with 1.9 and 1 million. And then we came down today with 6.9 million. So when you pull off a secondary like that, what ends up happening is that those shares that get offered have to get sold out. And that means that what? That means that there's more supply than demand for a basis of time. That's all it means, the basis of time. When those broker-dealers, they do a bought deal. When they do that bought deal, they have to move those shares. That's why that bought deal was done at a 6.8% discount. And most of the time when that bought deal is done, however, the way it's done is that the market knows it's going to be done. You have a bought deal, you have a broker at one of those places, the broker already calls you up, they turn around and they say, okay, you want a couple 100,000 shares, we'll give you a discount. They trying to move those out before the deal's even done. You know, so bottom line, I'd wait till that pulls back a little bit further. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Coming out after the close tomorrow, you know, eBay's trading at $29.99. eBay looks like it wants to go to $28. Overnight tonight, what I expect we're going to see, if we go over to this, let's go over to the yen for a second. So the correlation yen US dollar, you know, the yen is trading at 113.18, and you know, bottom line, that looks like now that can bounce up to 115.22. If you get the bounce to 115.22, that's where the gold market's going to pull back. As long as that gold contract's pulling back with light volume, guess what? Gold and silver, folks, are in confirmed ABC structures on the way up. In fact, they have an ABC structure inside an ABC structure, which is really strong. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow up 112, NASDAQ up 48, S&P's up 14. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, I'm going to be doing a workshop. That workshop, it's a free workshop. It's going to be Thursday night, 6 to 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And what it's going to be about, it's going to be about trading the nugget and the dust. These are the 300% leverage positions in the bull and bear of the GDX. If you'd like to come to that workshop, it's very easy. Just come over to our website at TFNN. Just give us your name and your email. And we don't sell any of that, of course. Bottom line, you want to understand these leverage products upside down. We're going to show you in examples exactly, number one, what the composition and mechanics of the leverage ETF market is, what daily rebalancing is all about, how compounding works. Compounding, folks, is the biggest thing that you have to wrap your head around. And when you go through this, you're going to see that it explains quite a bit. And I expect you're going to get it. It's because it's very clear when you actually see the examples of a market that goes up 4 or 5 days in a row and how that number compounds. And then a market, so I'm going to give you an example there. Then I'm going to give you an example of a market going down 4 or 5 days in a row steadily, and what happens there. So the one going up is a positive compound. The one going down is a negative compound. And when you have a positive compound, and I'm sure many of you understand this and actually have seen it, may not understand the full implications. So when you go up 4 days in a row, or 5 days in a row, even though these are 300% leveraged positions, you will actually be up more than 300%. When you go down 5 days in a row, you're actually going to be down less than 300%. because they're daily investment vehicles. And I'll show you how that works. Still dangerous because you want to basically understand that the daily investment vehicles. Then we're going to talk about a market that is volatile but yet flat. So in a 5-day run, a market that is volatile and flat, folks, the bull and the bear position of any leveraged position will lose money. Mathematically, it has to, okay? So we're going to go through all of those. Then we're going to talk about how dust and nugget, what you should be looking at when you're trading them, meaning you're going to be looking at the dollar in a big way, and then we're going to get into the weighting structure of the dust and nugget. So if you'd like to come to that workshop, come over to our website at TFNN, just sign up, and if you can't make it live, this will be on your page for 1 full month. And then no matter what leveraged product that you are trading, you will get a much better understanding of what you are doing. Many times, I've got way too many emails over the course of the years, even when people actually read the white paper that we have on our site, saying, I bought this product, the market has gone up or the market's gone down and my product is the same price. Well, when you understand that the daily investment vehicles and how the compounding works, it is much easier, and it's pretty cool. It's really cool, actually. You stay right there. Our man, Mr. Andy Heck's going to be coming up next, growling, prowling with you, and it's going to be an amazing show, folks. The show's going to be the full hour. It's going to be on something that happened in the gold market years ago. But when it did happen, I remember specifically, man, every single day reading in the paper this Bre-X, just how much it was going up. And as Andy said, the stock folks had gone from 30 cents up to $286, and the whole thing was a fraud. They're coming out with a movie coming this Friday about the whole, Bre-X story. And, all you tigers and tigers, I know we got our man Duffy out in Colorado. That's a beautiful thing. He's got the campfire lit. He's ready. He's sitting there grooving. I like it, man. I'm telling you, man. No doubt. And this happened in the middle of Indonesia, folks. And what it did do, it basically put a kibosh for a long period of time on all the miners. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it. Take ownership of it and fly with it. Everything you need's right inside you. Go have a blast with it. To get Andy, just go on your cell phone, TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV. Wow! Go get him, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.